Wabash Valley Adult Teen Challenge, meeting you at the crossroads of addiction.
We were muted.
Oh, Blue Anchor Roofing and Restoration. Are we muted? Are we still back?
No, we're back.
Oh.
We were muted, though.
Oh, okay.
Thank you to the Kyles.
Kyle. Thanks, Kyle.
They came together in a connection, and they got us. We're having technological difficulties.
Well, it's a Tuesday. What do you expect?
We are not doing well. We are a little discombobulated, but we're here, and we're signing in. So
we are in. So let's get started. We have some Northview volleyball.
All right.
The Northview volleyball team is on a tear right now. I believe they're 12-1.
Oh, wow.
Currently. And they had a busy week of volleyball. They faced Park Heritage, and the Knights win 3-0. Knights faced Cascade, 3-0. Knights. Bloomington South. They beat Bloomington South, 3-0. And then the Knights faced Edgewood and won 3-0.
Good work.
Some key stats for the ladies. Kiara Lucas, 53 kills, 1 ace, 31 digs, and 2 assists.
Good job.
Brady McDonald, 2 aces, 46 digs, and 9 assists. Carson Buck had 13 kills, 2 aces, 2 blocks, 17 digs, and 34 assists. Alexis Strala, 17 kills, 2 aces, a block, and 17 digs. And then Morgan Olig, 5 aces, 14 digs, and 34 assists.
Good work.
All right.
Very impressive.
Now we have prep football.
All right. We move on to Northview varsity action versus Greencastle that got rescheduled from late.
Pushed to Saturday, August 31st.
Yeah, Saturday
at
morning.
11 a.m.
So the Knights get the victory, 44-7. Big victory.
Big victory.
Offensive side for the Knights, Colton Bath with 5 carries for 13 yards and a touchdown with 11 completions for 195 yards and 2 touchdowns. Great job. Slade Fell with 18 carries for 95 yards and 2 touchdowns. Another big day. Briar McCluskey with 4 carries for 36 yards and a touchdown. Great
and that
job.
was his first varsity touchdown.
Heck yeah.
Congratulations,
Briar. That's awesome. Avery Perry with 4 receptions for 72 yards and a touchdown, and Gage Thompson with 3 receptions for 51 yards and a touchdown.
Look at that. The fullback getting some love.
Good work. On the defensive side, Porter Jones and Dom Barnhart lead the way with 4 tackles apiece. Logan Bell, Slade Fell, and Avery Perry, along with Briar McCluskey, Gage Thompson, and Carter Kump, all had 3 tackles apiece. Good work.
They were sharing the wealth on the defensive side. Terre Haute North faced Mooresville. That was number 11 Mooresville. And the Knights, the Patriots, get the victory. They get the upset dub, 36-32. That was a late game they were playing. I believe it's like 11:30, and they were still playing. So some stats for Terre Haute North.
Is that the one that we drove by that?
We drove past that. Yes, we did. Harrison Wetzel, 7 carries for 3 yards, 8 pass completions, 158 passing yards, and 2 touchdowns.
Good job.
Zaire White, 33 carries, 239 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 catch, and 21 yards. Josiah Bennett had 6 catches, 25 yards, and a touchdown. And then 4 receptions for 83 yards and a touchdown.
Nice.
And then Samuel Whitehart, 2 receptions, 48 yards, and a tud.
Great job.
And then on the defensive side, once again, Jack McDonald led the way with 13 tackles. Samuel Whitehart had 11. Brighton Sanders, 9 tackles and a forced fumble. Josiah Bennett was 7. And Caden McGrew, 6 tackles, 2 sacks, a forced fumble, and a fumble recovery.
Good work. Then West Vigo takes on Park Heritage, 28-26. Vikings get the victory in a close one. Offense for the Wolves, Mason Wilcox with 8 carries for 10 yards and a touchdown and 7 completions for 97 yards. Blake Ledke with 2 carries for 25 yards and a touchdown and 2 receptions for 17 yards. There was no chance I was pronouncing that right.
I figured you weren't.
Carson Rollison with 17 carries and 114 yards for 2 touchdowns and 2 receptions for 34 yards. On the defensive side for the Wolves, Tucker Conley leads the way with 11 tackles, a tackle for a loss, and a forced fumble. Carter Games with 7 tackles, a tackle for a loss, and a forced fumble. Keaton Ramey with 7 tackles. Carson Rollison with 6 tackles, and Mason Wilcox with an interception. And then on the offensive side for the Vikings, Landon Fields with a carry for 3 yards and 8 completions for 160 yards and a touchdown. Great game. Jacob Dewey with 13 carries, 125 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Another good game.
Good job.
Connor Wallace with 3 carries for 52 yards and a reception for 35 yards and a touchdown. Chase Hayden with 4 carries for 65 yards, and Ryan Cobb with 2 receptions for 60.
All right. Riverton Park faced Carroll. Carroll got the victory 14-0. Some stats for the Panthers. Kyle Price, 11 carries, 49 yards, 1 pass completion for 20, and then 3 receptions for 10. AJ Goff, 2 carries for 3 yards, 2 receptions, and 27 yards.
Nice.
And Jet Lesnick, 2 receptions for 26 yards. And then on defense, Jackson Wild, 9 tackles. Derek Collum, 7 tackles. Dominic Warren, 6 tackles. Brody McConnell, 5. And Kyle Price had 4.
Great work. Now we move on to North Putnam versus Southmont. 32-27. Cougars get the victory.
Congrats.
On the offensive side for the Cougars, Christian Kramer with 31 carries, 166 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 15 completions for 274 yards and a touchdown. Goodness gracious.
He's what you call a dual threat.
That is pretty amazing.
Yes.
Wes Murphy with 10 carries for 39 yards and a touchdown and 3 receptions for 46 yards. Caden Helderman, sorry, contacts weren't working there. 2 receptions for 106 yards and a touchdown. I had to get a different angle. And Griffin Starr with 8 receptions for 100 yards. Then on the defensive side, Caden Hankins leads the way with 16 tackles, a tackle for a loss, and a sack. Big night. Wes Murphy with 11 tackles, 2 tackles for a loss. Khaled Hasser with 10 tackles and a tackle for a loss. Owen Thurman with 9 tackles and Christian Kramer with an interception. Great work. This is bad news. My contacts are foggy and I keep having to get a different angle to
Oh, no. I was getting ready to say, and another one.
Get ready.
Another one for Khaled.
Thanks.
South Vermilion takes on Sullivan, and the Wildcats win 34-25. I was doing some creeping on the socials, and I believe that's the first victory South Vermilion's had in 25 years over Sullivan. So congratulations.
In general, I was like, yikes.
No, they're not. No. Dom Garzolini had 6 carries. He had 19 pass completions for 281 yards and 2 touchdowns. Dallas Coleman, 15 carries, 45 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 catches for 1 yard. Parker Weir, 4 carries, 13 yards and a touchdown, 2 receptions for 14. Aiden Wallace, big day. 8 receptions, 172 yards, and a touchdown.
Good
I think
work.
it was 2. I might have had a typo on that one. Dylan Hill, 3 receptions, 44 yards, and a touchdown. And then on defense, Alex Shyrock, 19 tackles. 2 fumble recoveries. Kyle Higgins, 14 tackles. Enzelis Royal, 13 tackles, 2 for a loss, and a sack. Logan Flock, 7 tackles. And Dallas Coleman with 6 tackles and an interception. On the Sullivan side for offense, Paul Ridgway, 10 carries, 56 yards, a touchdown, 19 pass completions for 162 yards and a touchdown. Leighton Huff, 19 carries, 128 yards and a tud. DJ Gaines had 8 carries for 48 yards and a touchdown, 6 receptions, 66 yards and a touchdown. And Zane Catlin, 7 receptions for 40. Defense, there's some double-digit tackles there. John Taft, 14 tackles, 2 for a loss. Jaden Norris, 11 tackles, 1 for a loss, a sack, and a forced fumble. Ethan Garrett, 7 tackles, 1 for a loss. Caden Bays, 5 tackles, 2 for a loss. And DJ Gaines, 4 tackles and a forced fumble.
Great job. Now we move on to Ben Davis versus Avon in a very close one. 29-28. Avon gets the victory.
That was overtime as well.
Ooh, well, overtime action. That's a close one. Offense for the Giants, Isaiah Rogers with 2 carries for a touchdown and 19 completions for 2 touchdowns. Elijah Price with 20 carries for 113 yards and a touchdown and 3 receptions for 29 yards. Mark Zachary with 5 receptions for 103 yards and a touchdown.
Big day. Go for it.
Help me. All right.
Go for it.
Hayar, close. Horton with 7 receptions for 72 yards and a touchdown. Then on the defensive side, Antonio McGee, 9 tackles and a sack. Andre Spells Jr. with 8 tackles. Mark Zachary, I thought that was part of the thing.
Do I need to zoom?
I might just need to turn it this way. I think I'd be okay. Mark Zachary with 7 tackles, a sack, and an interception. Isaiah White with 7 tackles, and Caleb Scott with 7 tackles and 2 tackles for a loss. Eat your carrots, kids. You can't see. It's not
Eat
fun.
Your carrots, take your contact solution and spray it in your eyes.
And change them out every month like you're supposed to, and don't keep them in.
You're supposed to do that?
I think so. Yeah, you're not supposed to leave them in like a psychopath all the time.
I've been rocking, never mind. I've been rocking the same pair for like 8 months.
That's not good. I don't think that's good for your eyes.
So far, so good. North Central versus North Davies. North Davies gets the victory 49-6. Some offensive stats for the Thunderbirds. Graydon Walters, 7 carries, 6 completions, and 52 yards. Landon Tryon, 10 carries, 40 yards, 1 catch for 9. Blake Sturm had 4 carries for 46 yards. And we have some scores around the area since the coaches didn't put anything on Max Preps. Linton versus Monrovia. Linton wins 22-20. South Putt versus Lutheran. Lutheran wins 34-12. Cloverdale wins big over Edinburgh 62-0. Now we have some North Clay Middle School action.
All right. The 7th grade takes on Terre Haute South. The Braves get the victory 31-12. 34-12. I can't even read numbers this time, so that's good. Offensive side for the Knights. Hunter Hayes led the team in rushing, had a touchdown run and a touchdown pass. Bo Leslie with the touchdown reception.
Your context can't make you talk.
Nope. Just struggling all the way around. I think I might just be dumb. there might be a chance, and I am just dumb. All right. Reed Barker and Brockton Stewart had good runs. On the defensive side, Hunter Hayes led the team in tackles. Bo Leslie with multiple tackles. Reed Barker, Brockton Stewart, and Colton Moore all had tackles. They had a tall task because that number 1 was a hoss, and he ran real fast.
Was tall, too.
He was a big boy.
Big, strong, fast.
He was like Evan's size, but ran fast. Like a 4 flat.
I want to race him, though. I bet I'd win.
I don't know.
I don't know, man.
That boy could move.
We got a bet going on right now with the varsity lineman if I can beat him in a foot race.
Ooh, with all of them?
I don't know. The one I'm worried about is Orman. He's pretty fast.
Yeah.
I think I can.
What do you have to do? You have to buy him dinner or something?
There's no like monetary
ways. He has to buy you a lineman dinner if you all beat him. You have to all beat him. He cannot beat any of you.
Yes, you all have to beat me.
They all have to beat you in like a 40-yard sprint.
Yeah.
Well, I think they could do that.
I know. I've got Kai and Brandon whooped.
Really?
Yes.
Ooh. All right.
Don't doubt the old man. 8th grade versus Terre Haute South. The Knights win 12-0. On the offense for the Knights, Jamie Zymendorf led the team in rushing and had a touchdown. Briar Killian with a touchdown pass. William Woodruff with a touchdown reception. Tristan Brown had some nice runs. And Gage Sims with 2 catches. And then on defense, big game for Benton Hoskins and William Woodruff. William Woodruff had several tackles for a loss and a fumble recovery, and the same for Benton. He had several TFLs but a forced fumble. Zayden Reisinger had several tackles, and then Tristan Brown, Gage Sims, and Cooper Lewis had tackles as well.
Great job.
Now we move to some soccer. We just have a score.
The Lady Knights versus Jasper, 10-0. Jasper gets the victory.
That happens.
Yep.
And then we have Strive 11U baseball. They took on Riley United Friday night. Strive won 8-2. Luke Hall had 2 hits and 2 RBIs. Cooper Shepard had a hit, an RBI, and a stolen base. And Brock Phillips had a hit and a stolen base. And Griff Thompson, he threw 2 strikeouts.
Great job.
Now we have Outcast softball.
The Outcast, as soon as we get to the top of the screen here, take on the Vincennes Sting 12U, 17-3. Outcast with a big victory. Then Outcast take on the Diamond Time Warriors. 11-4. Outcast get the victory.
Yep.
And then the Outcast take on the Outcast in like a Spider-Man situation where they're all pointing at each other. 8-6. Outcast 11U beat the 12U and get the victory. On the batting side for the weekend, Maggie Betcher with 2 hits, an RBI, a home run, and a stolen base.
Good job.
Lucy Minnick with 4 hits, 5 RBIs, a double, a home run, and a stolen base.
Good job.
Penelope Sturley with 3 hits, an RBI, and 2 stolen bases.
Good job.
Adeline Pattengale with 2 hits and 2 RBIs.
Good job.
Sophie
Hoggett.
This is the one I always screw up. That's why I just went ahead and looked at you now. We'll just get it right. 2 hits, 3 RBIs, and 3 stolen bases.
Job.
Eva Young with a hit. A hit, an RBI, and a stolen base. They're all running together. Macy Nichols with 2 hits, an RBI, and 5 stolen bases. Thank you for zooming it in for my old eyes. Riley Flair with 3 stolen bases. Jocelyn Martin with a hit and 3 stolen bases. And Aria Foxworthy with 2 stolen bases. And on the mound, Adeline Pattengale with 4 strikeouts. Riley Flair with 5. And Eva Young with 1. Good job, ladies. Sorry for my bad reading.
Just to give you a reference of how zoomed in, like we're at the bottom, like the very top line of the eye doctor test. They can't see that.
Yeah, they can. Hold on.
You're going to knock over the camera.
Yeah, we had to zoom fully in because my old brain
and zoom
dumb eyes and things don't work anymore.
Now we're moving over to the CYFL. We have some Pee Wee football action. The Black Knights faced Owen Valley. The Knights win 27-6. Some offensive
It's easier
stats.
to see, though, isn't it?
I didn't zoom in as far.
Oh,
yeah. I ate my carrots as a child.
I ate carrots today for lunch.
Well, it's a little late for that.
Not helping.
But once again, Drake Pettiford, 170 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Great job,
Max
Drake.
Pierce with 25 yards. Maddox Abrams, 70 yards and a tud. Krieg Moore with 12 yards, and Owen Schaefer had 8. And then on the defensive side, Drake Pettiford, 2 forced fumbles, Max Pierce with a forced fumble, and Krieg Moore with a fumble recovery.
Good work.
And then the Silver Knights take on West Vigo. Oh, yeah, it's your turn.
12-0. The Knights get the victory. On the offensive side, Emerson Moore with a touchdown and Sebastian Dighton with a touchdown. On the defense, Emerson Moore led the way with 4 tackles for a loss.
Good job.
River Stewart with 3 tackles for a loss and 2 sacks.
Good job.
Lane Williams with 3 tackles. Colin Helton with 4 tackles, 2 tackles for a loss. And Sebastian Dighton with a couple good open field tackles. Great job.
All right. I had to zoom out and make sure that
That's okay.
read. And now we move to the Junior League action of CYFL. Silver Knights take on the Black Knights. The Silver Knights win 21-18. Tough, close game right there. Landon Zabo, 7 carries, 69 yards, and an extra point. Lucas Harrison, 6 carries for 52 yards. Earl Donald, 5 carries, 36 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a 2-point conversion. And Carter Brunette, 3 carries, 56 yards, and a tud.
Great job.
And then on defense, Earl Donald, 4 tackles and a forced fumble. Carter Brunette with 4 tackles. Parker Neese, big day, 3 tackles, 3 for a loss, and 2 forced fumbles. His baby sister was born that day, so he was playing extra hard.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Had
saying?
some motivation.
Yup. Lucas Harrison had 3 tackles, and Johnny Pot Roast, 2 tackles, 2 for a loss, and a forced fumble.
Great job. Kaylin just said that after our bungee class that if they take advantage of this now, they might be able to get you because of the soreness.
Not gonna happen. I'm not gonna do it now.
Yeah, you got to take it on right now.
No, I got to get my cleats. I got to stretch. I got to buy the cleats. I don't even have them yet.
I got made fun of for stretching during the bungee class. I thought that was a good idea.
Bungee class because it hurts.
I still almost pulled my quad too.
I know.
I forget what move it was, but it didn't go well.
I don't know about the moves.
They were very difficult. Well, I got a fly on my hip. All right. Anyway, White Knights versus Owen Valley, 14-0. Knights get the victory. On the offensive side, Mason Miller with 4 carries for 61 yards and a touchdown, and a 95-yard reception for a touchdown.
Ooh.
Great job. Liam Fabre with 5 carries for 21 yards and an extra point, and 2 completions for 113 yards and a touchdown.
Good job.
Great job. Xavier Gerchik with 5 carries for 40 yards, and Zyler Williams with a reception for 18. The O-line controlled the line of scrimmage, ate up the clock, and moved the ball up and down the field all day. Great job.
It sound like a song.
Well, I had to
Up and down the field all day.
Well, I was trying to stall as you were working your way back.
Well, I didn't want to go too fast. And you're like, oh.
And it was like we were singing, I've been working on the
railroad.
railroad.
We've been blocking on the field all the live long day.
That's
Anyway.
a good one. All right,
Yeah,
cool.
you know.
Anyway, and then on the defensive side, Liam Fabre leads the way with 8 tackles. Ashton Ferry right behind him with 7 tackles and a fumble recovery. Luke Leslie with 5, Zyler Williams with 5, and Lincoln Marks with a fumble recovery.
Good
Great job,
job.
boys.
And now it is time for my favorite time of the show, the Power Performers. This week's Power Performers, we go in prep or youth.
It is youth first, and there's less, so I did not extend the time. So get
Okay.
your reading ready.
All right. The prep or the youth, Lucy Minnick, Luke Hull, Drake Pettiford, River Stewart, Mason Miller, and Parker Neese. I got to scroll.
Luke Hawley.
Luke Hull.
Hole. Well, you sent me Hole.
No, it's Hull. And then for the prep, that's Kiera Lucas.
Okay, well, we screwed all
Christian
sorts.
Kramer, Alex Shyrock, Don Grozzolini, Caden Hankins, Hunter Hayes, and Benton Hoskins, and William Woodruff.
All right, well, butchered that. Sorry.
Well, who's Minnick? I don't know that one.
Whoopsie.
Anyway,
I think I combined 2 of the names on accident.
yeah, the youth and prep.
Yep, I did.
Yep,
and
it's
I
okay.
see, I do it. Just my brain just molds them all together at all
That's just
times.
a typical Tuesday
It's
over
just
here.
how it works.
Yeah. So congratulations to all those athletes. We'll get that graphic corrected and we'll get it posted
Yep.
for tomorrow.
Sorry about that.
So thank
Which
you.
one did we screw up? Let's give him a special shout out.
Luke Hull for the
Yep.
Strive team
Sorry about
and
that.
Kiera Lucas for the Northview Volleyball.
Also, sorry. I apologize, but if you've watched this even more than once, you know that that's just how it goes because I cannot read, write, or create graphics apparently now. So
Oh, well.
we'll get it squared away.
Oh, well.
I probably also shouldn't have waited and did that right whenever I got here.
That's
That may
okay.
have also aided.
That's
but,
okay.
You know, procrastination does not help kids.
Don't procrastinate.
Don't procrastinate. Get
it
stuff
done.
done.
Do your homework on a
I
Friday
censor
night. That way you
myself.
have the whole weekend. Wayne's World.
Party
Anyway.
time.
Excellent.
Woo, woo, woo.
That does it for this edition of the Chowdown. We are out of here. Keep pushing.
Bye.